that mentor really driving you to your source of identity. When I say your source of identity, I mean the person who created you, the person who knows your purpose, your destiny. Is your mentor really telling you, Samuel, the next time you hear God calling, kindly say, I am here. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Growth Conversation podcast. We are happy you are joining us on this discussion or conversation on our podcast or our videos on YouTube. My name is Linda Brownies and I'm here with Gabriel Mungai.
Yes, and as always, we'll appreciate you. We want to appreciate all of you that have commented.
Yes.
Those of us that have shared our podcast, and those of us that have subscribed, our new subscribers, welcome aboard. The Growth Conversation is where it all happens.
Yes.
So karibu sana. Today we have a new conversation. What are we talking about?
We're talking about all things mentorship.
Mentorship.
Yeah. What do you think about mentorship? Is, first of all, you have to define for us what is mentorship to you, what it means. Yeah, and all things mentorship. So can you tell us what do you think mentorship is? Yeah.
Is as simple as it sounds. Mentorship is like the transfer of character, disciplines, vision, and mission for life from one life into another life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what can you explain to us the process of giving and receiving to you? What is that?
The process of giving and receiving is mentorship.
Mentorship.
Is mentorship.
Now that's what we're going to talk about today.
Is the transfer. It's that transfer. Yeah. You can transfer knowledge.
Yeah.
You can transfer skills. You can transfer a character. You can transfer a vision, a mission. Things like that. For example, myself, I have a mentor who is called Joe Wisdom. He's an author, he's a coach, right? So he has gone long ahead of me. But if he holds my hand, I am able to get to wherever he is.
And do you think mentorship is really required?
Very much. Very
Why?
much. Very much.
Why? According to you, why?
Well, life by the way it is like a relay, as I have said. We have our generation. There's a generation that has gone ahead of us, and there's a generation that is coming behind us. So it's the way that things are passed from a generation to another generation. All right. It is the only route through which we can learn from those that have gone ahead of us. So mentorship is key in all aspects of life, either in education, either in marriage, either all aspects of life. We need to have someone who can mentor us, so that it makes it easy for us to understand what it is that we are going into and how we should go into it.
Yeah, have you ever been mentored, and what was your take on that?
Yes, I have been mentored and I'm still being mentored.
Okay. What is that one thing that having a mentor really changed in your life, or what did that experience really help you? That one major thing that you can say, if it is not for the mentor, I could not have been here.
That one, the eye opener for me, I think was the imagination. I stopped imagining
too
things.
much. It came to reality.
It came to reality that my mentor has gone through the journey almost the same way I am going.
Okay.
And therefore I stopped putting them like they are magical beings, and seeing the reality of what I wanted to do.
True.
So I can now see what I want to do from the failures he describes to me. From the mistakes he did, I can see myself. And I learn
away from the fantasy world.
From all the fantasy, and now you can see the reality of what happens from the point of beginning to the point of where they are. You are able to see it clearly. When you are outside the mentor, you can never know. You keep on thinking it's a fantasy world. It's some people have to be magical to be there.
People have to behave certain way.
People have to behave in a certain way. They have to have some things, and maybe it's not true.
So for you, mentoring has been much of an eye opener.
It has been an eye opener to me.
What
is your experience?
For me, my experience, I think this conversation will be more of a disagreeing to agree.
Yes.
Because for me, I'll talk in a perspective where I think when you talk, it's more of a mentor that you know, that is really communicating with you, talking to you, helping you, holding your hands from one place to another, you know, just taking you through life and whatever you need from him.
Yes.
So I'm just talking on behalf of people who don't have that kind of mentors.
Direct mentor.
Yeah. Yes. So we are people who really, I really can't have a person I know personally to be my mentor.
Yes.
I'm quite judgy.
Yes.
So once I know your flaws, I feel like you're not my mentor anymore.
You're not supposed to.
Yeah. Now for me, my experience has been a bit hard on me, of which it really also did open my eye, but at first it was really hard to a point where I almost went into depression. Wow. By the way, so I used to have this lady. She's called Mpumile Dwaba. If you know her, she's a South African YouTuber. She's more of a speaker. So I really liked this lady so much in whatever she was doing. Like, and we're just the same age, and whatever she does, how she does it, the grace that she has, how she presented everything, was really a motivator for me. And every time she could say something or post anything, I was so fast to see whatever she was doing. Like, let's say her whole life was my goal for me. When it comes to marriage, you know, career, with motherhood and everything. And I was so attached to her to the point that it started destroying me. You know, because I was seeing her as my guide, you know. Yes. So I will do something, and sometimes I'll even do something better than her. But if I want to get the appreciation that she gets, it will crush me so bad. That I'll really talk so bad on myself. You know. And sometimes I didn't even know whatever she went through to put out whatever she put out. And I wanted to copy whatever she was doing, because I felt like this lady is pouring some good things out there, and I wanted to copy everything. And it was too hard for me because I couldn't think very well. I could not think. I could not, you know, put out my own stuff. I could not be independent when it comes to creativity, because I was looking at this lady. My expectation, my what do we call it? My bar was, you know, just I can't go above him. I wanted to go just below him, below her. I mean, below her. You know, because I'm looking at whatever she was doing.
She was the bar for you.
Until I listened to TD Jakes once saying that. And this is my description for mentorship. And that's where my life changed when it comes to mentorship. He gave an example of Samuel in the Bible. Yes. The time that God was calling him. Yes. At first, when God called him, he thought it was who? It was Eli. Eli, yes. Right? Yes. The first time when God called, he went to Eli. The second time when God called, he went back to Eli. Until Eli told him, the next time you hear God calling, kindly say, I'm here. Yes. You know? Yes. And that's what TD Jakes was saying. At first, God sounds exactly like your mentor. Like your mentor, yeah. So it is the work of your mentor to direct you to God. To God, yes. You know? And for me, I was so blinded with whatever this lady was doing. Mentor. I was not listening to her telling me, kindly go back to God. Right? So after listening to that, I went back to see if this lady is a good mentor to me. Is she directing me to God? And when I watched some of the videos, she was very specific. Kindly listen to God. Like, she was directing me back to God, but I was so blinded. Yes. You know, with whatever she was doing. I wasn't even concentrating to whatever she was saying. Right? So that really almost destroyed me, because I felt like nobody is appreciating my work. Because I wasn't authentic to myself. I wanted to copy, and if I don't get the much appreciation like her, it would crush me so much. You know, and so many times I cried, didn't even have sleep. I was stressed out until I got that from TD Jakes. I changed my mentality, and now I moved from the point of seeing mentors as God, but seeing mentors as people who motivate me, you know, to do whatever God is saying me to do. Because if I look at them and I like the way they deliver whatever they deliver, that means that there is a way that they listen to God, or there's a way that they do things that should motivate me to be closer to God. Yeah. Yes. And so I changed my perspective to my mentor being God, and then the other people follow. So I listen to you, I look at you, but then I go back to God. So I take you as a motivation. You are my mentor, but you are more of a motivation, and
yes.
God is more of a mentor.
Yes.
Yeah, but these other people, they're like a motivation to me to listen to God more.
Wow.
So that has been my experience.
That's a good
So
experience.
I just wanted to talk about it so that people can know, people who look at people outside as mentors.
And that's a very good perspective you have brought, because usually we cannot always have one-on-one mentors. They are not actually available. In our day and age, there are very few people that can really hold your hand. And if you get one, you are lucky. And then there's another challenge with mentorship. One person can only mentor you in one direction. Right? So if it's a marriage, is a person who is holding your hand in marriage, probably they will not hold your hand in business. All right? So you'll still need another mentor in business. You'll still need another mentor in maybe your spiritual life. You'll still need another mentor. So we need many mentors. We need many people to look up to. And we need to learn from them. But this is what I want you to notice, is that God called Samuel, but Samuel did not have the discernment. But Eli had the discernment that Samuel needed. So sometimes mentors have the discernments that you need because you are still young. You have not yet understood everything. So that is the place where mentors come in. They can see some things that are beyond you, so they will help connect you the higher things to you because of where you are. So it was through mentorship that Samuel was in a position that God could call. Otherwise, if Samuel was at home, God will not have called him. It was because he had been mentored a little by Eli, so that God would call him, and from then on, he started serving. Right? So the mentor is able to see where you are going before you see it, so he can direct you. A mentor comes as a rail guard. He will help you not to step outside of the road, but he's not going to block you. You should never, a mentor should never block your journey.
Now saying that, I just want us to discuss this so that people who are asking, now I need to have a mentor, but how can I know that this is a good mentor? So let's just talk about some qualities of a good mentor.
First thing is that he should have gone ahead of you. Don't be mentored by a person who is looking up to you. First thing, they have gone ahead of you. Second thing, they have the results you desire. All right? That is the first qualification. The third thing, you should look at their life, because people can be ahead of you, they can have the results you want, but the kind of life they live, the methods they have used to get there, they are probably not the methods you want. So make sure you confirm the methods. Now be sure that this person is willing to mentor you. Don't assume because they have gone ahead of you. If that is the
person you want to be mentored one-on-one.
Be sure that they have the willingness to hold your hand, because there are many people out there who have gone ahead of you who will never mentor anyone because they don't want competition. They want to stay in their pedestal and they don't want anyone coming close to them. So you need to know the heart of that person. Are they willing? Then the other thing now you need to check is what we have talked about. You confirm if this person is willing to let you go. Or they are just putting you there so they can use you. A good mentor should let you fly, but give you directions on where to fly. They should not be the ones to tell you not to fly. They should actually let you make some mistakes so you can be able to strengthen your wings. But they should be able to be the ones to let you fly. Sometimes the best mentors are the ones who throw you in for the flight. The ones who tell you, Linda, now just got to do this now. It is time. You have to take off. They force you to take off even when you fear,
because they know you have the capability.
They already studied you and they have already imparted you, so they know you are ready to go. So those are the key.
For me, I can say with whatever I just share whatever I learned from whatever TDJX said. When you're looking for a mentor, and I'll speak on behalf of people who have mentors who are not close to them. First of all, look at that mentor. Is that mentor really driving you to your source of identity? You know, when I say your source of identity, I mean the person who created you, the person who knows your purpose, your destiny. Is your mentor really telling you, Samuel, the next time you hear God calling, kindly say, I am here? Is your mentor telling you, kindly go back to ABCD, you know, the source, who is God, if you believe in God? So when you're looking for a mentor, don't just look for anybody. Look for a person who is taking you back to God. Because when you go back to God, you will understand yourself better.
Let me make this point before you continue. The mentor should not be the one to give you instructions.
No, they didn't create you. They don't know your purpose.
What they need to help you is the skills to execute the instruction.
Exactly.
But the instruction is gotten from God.
Yeah, just the way Eli helps Samuel to execute with everything, you know, the skills, prepared him. But
whatever
it is
you need.
God, it is God who calls.
The calling must come from God.
From God.
Yes.
So Eli had to do his part where he's telling Samuel, go back to your room and say, I am here, Lord. Answer God. Say, I am here, for God to start using you. So when you're looking for a mentor, kindly check if he's taking you back to God, to the source.
To the source. That's what the methods we are saying. Check if the methods they are using.
Yeah.
So you don't get.
That is the best thing you can. Number two, when you are looking for a mentor, don't look for a person who is perfect. For a person who's perfect, just look at the qualities that you will desire to have, because they have their own flaws.
Nobody is perfect.
At the time when after listening to this and identifying my mistake, I had to go back to the person I saw as a mentor, and there are some places where she was saying how she also got heartbroken because she was, you know, focusing on this mentor until she got into depression as well.
She got swallowed by the mentor.
So it is something that she also experienced, you know. So when you're looking at somebody, know they're a human being, and you cannot compete with your mentor. As much as you are looking at Gabriel, for example, as your mentor, know that Gabriel is not where you are right now. There are some places that he has passed. There are some, you know, journeys he has passed. You know, there are mountains he climbed. You cannot compete with him. If he's doing whatever you want to do and he's doing it better than you, don't feel depressed, because there is so much that he has done that you've not done.
You've not done.
There are so much sacrifices. So just be what can you say? Be polite to yourself. Be kind to yourself.
Be kind to yourself. Be humble. Learn.
Know that
I
have not done whatever he has done.
Yes.
He is there because there's so many things that he has done. And if I just look at how he's doing things, I might be able to learn and, you know, create whatever I want to create.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe we just mention a few advantages of mentorship before we talk about the dangers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kindly mention.
One of the advantages is that a mentor saves you mistakes. Many mistakes you would have done, because he has walked that route before. He will tell you, when you get to a certain joint, that is a black spot. There's a hole somewhere. Kindly avoid this. Kindly don't do this. Kindly do this. All right.
So it becomes your map.
Yeah, he tells you, he helps you narrow down the map. All right. So the first thing is that he will help you avoid mistake. The second thing is that the mentor is the person who launches you to the world. Sometimes by the knowledge of the mentor, you get to connect to the world from the tree of the mentor. Because if the mentor sends you somewhere, you become a representative of the mentor. So they make it easy for you. They give you an easier platform to start from. All right. The other advantage that comes with the mentor is that you learn faster. As compared to the person who is doing trial and error. Because they will tell you, if you have reached this stage, then this is what you need to do next. Then this is what you need to do next. So you are able to learn faster. The other part that is so key and so important with having a mentor, and the reason why I encourage many people to have mentors, is you are able to see the behind the scenes. That is the one part that we are missing so much as a generation.
You can see whatever the mistakes that he did.
Yeah, what we see from these people, we see the when they
The
are
limelight.
performing, when they in the limelight,
Yes.
But you don't get
the
to
behind the
see
scenes.
the behind the scenes.
And know that they also get scared, they also have anxiety sometimes, they also have failures.
And they make many mistakes.
But
Many mistakes.
they learn from the mistakes. They are human.
They are just human as you are. And I just talking about TD Jakes, one of also my mentors. And if you would go back and listen to his story, you would respect where he is now. Because listening to his story, you would hear how many failures he had before, how he couldn't even speak. Yet he's now a world-renowned speaker. Yet he wouldn't write, and just learning behind the scenes, what happens before someone gets there. At least boosts your morale. You get to understand it. I'm also on the right track.
You become kind to yourself. Because you know, oh, this is how it happens.
This is how it happens.
We go through failures, but we keep on pushing.
Yeah, we keep on going.
So let's talk about the danger. Number one.
Wow. Now
I'll talk about sometimes the danger that comes from mentorship is we change it to be a competition.
Yes.
We start competing with our mentors.
We feel like we are
now, because sometimes when you do something, for example, if I look up to you when it comes to writing books, you're an author, and I like the way you write, your writing style, your explanation, and sometimes if I'm not careful, I'll be jealous of you and start competing with you. You know, because I feel like why I write better than you. You know?
Who is he?
Who is he?
I think I have already learned I can do better than you.
And it creates jealousy.
That's one big
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, it's very common. Actually, the biggest challenge is many people that are mentored reach a point where they cannot honor the mentors anymore. Because the mentor has gone through a lot, they will help you over. So you meet a man or a lady who has been there in the game for 50 years, you are new in the game, and because of their mentorship, in 5 years, you are where they are. Because of remember, it's because of their mentorship. You in 5 years you're where they are. So you feel like they don't know what they're doing. How did they take 50 years to get there? I think I'm better than them. I'm blessed than them. They should not tell me anything. And when you dishonor them, the grace is also taken away from you. That's the disadvantage. So it's important to be careful that you shall not compete with them. When you realize you are where maybe they have taken you up to where they are,
just give them their respect.
Honor them and go and get a new mentor who is beyond where they are.
Exactly.
But make sure you don't compete with them. Never ever compete.
The other thing is losing your identity.
Yes.
And I say that losing identity from my story, where I copied so much on the lady I thought she was my mentor, to a point where I could not be creative anymore. I wasn't authentic to myself. I'll constantly check what she was doing for me to do exactly what she was doing. So if you're not careful, if you look at somebody so much, if you aren't careful, you're going to lose your identity, because you want to copy each and everything your mentor is doing.
The danger with this one especially comes when you have a very strong mentor, a figure, a figure that you are almost beholding, is a figure that you fantasize to be.
Exactly.
And you can get lost inside them, where you even sound.
Even talking like them.
At one point, I was talking like someone knows so, because I really desired how he speaks and how he presents himself. And I myself could not address a crowd, you see.
So you have to constantly...
I'm learning from him, yes. But I'm also trying to be like a certain way.
It's not possible.
It's not, I am not the one.
You feel frustrated because that's not you.
That's not you. Imagine now trying to sound like TDJ. You don't even have the voice.
You don't have.
Imagine trying
and for
to
them,
be
it's just natural.
It is his nature. He is at his element. And yet you're trying. So it is very possible to get lost inside a mentor. Especially if you're not careful. And especially if the mentor is a strong figure who has almost everything that you need. You see, there are other mentors who do not have everything that you need. For example, I could be your mentor. You're trying to open, maybe you are trying to speak. but I don't do websites. So you will need someone else to do a website for you, all right? I am not good with dressing, so you will need someone else to do the dressing for you. So you are able to find other mentors. But if I'm that figure who has everything that you need, you will find yourself even copying my dressing, copying my hairstyle, copying, and you are losing you and trying to become me.
Yeah, and Tilijek says that when he was speaking about this stuff, he was saying, why be a chief reflection when you can be a great light?
Yeah.
When you copy somebody, you become their reflection.
Their reflection.
And yet, when you go to God, God is saying we are the salt of the world. We are the light of the world. Yeah, you can become a light of the world.
Must be.
When you copy somebody, you become their reflection. You become their shadow.
Yeah.
And it's not good.
It's not good.
Can you have? Do you have a last one?
The other disadvantage we have with mentors is that if you stay too long under a mentor, you never become.
You never become because you become comfortable.
You become comfortable, and then you continually adulate what they do.
Yes.
So instead of you becoming, you get swallowed.
Exactly.
You get swallowed in the mix. So mentors are good, but don't stay too long.
Yeah.
Once you have learned what you needed to learn, step out.
Step out.
Try your thing.
Yes.
Fail and learn.
Come back up.
But step up. Step out. There's another guy who said that at the age of 30, you need to start being distant from mentors, so that you can find your
own identity, your own strength.
You can find who you are. Because if you overstay in this stage, you will lose yourself absolutely. The other part I'll talk about mentors is that they can share with you, but sometimes if they share with you so much of inside information, it can scare you.
It can scare you.
It can scare you.
Because you can even judge them.
Yeah, you can judge them because some of the stories they share, they are too open with you. You will be worried if you have the strength to go through.
Is this even the right mentor?
Is this the right person? Yeah. So sometimes if you come close to the mentor, there's that danger.
Yeah, danger
of seeing so much that it scares, it puts you off
because you can't
see the dream. It puts you off with the dream. So it's good to be careful with the mentor and don't get used to the mentor.
Yeah, true.
The last thing I'd say is the one for honor.
For
honor. If you forget to honor the people that have mentored you, you don't go far. You don't go far. This is a danger that comes with lack of mentorship. For example, in the story of Samuel and Saul. Samuel and Saul. Saul was the king of Israel. Samuel was the prophet of Israel. And Samuel is the one who appointed Saul. And Saul had the chance to be mentored by Samuel because Samuel was the prophet of God. But he reached a point where Saul started doing things on behalf of Samuel. He was a king and he would not wait for Samuel to come and offer an offering to God. So he would go in and make the offering. And at that point is the point when King Saul was cast by God. It is the point where he lost his kingship because of dishonor. Don't let your mind, because you can easily get used to mentors, especially one-on-one mentors. You get used to them, they allow you to access their family and everything. But when they do, you realize you have lost honor. That is when you get cursed.
True, and as I just finished the conversation and said this, at the end of the day, God is the one who knows your purpose. He knows who you are. He created you. He knows whatever you're supposed to do. So as much as you're looking into these mentors, kindly go back to God. Let them be a motivation. Let them motivate you, equip you. But go back to God and ask God, what am I supposed to do in life? What is my direction? And I think from there you will be good to go.
The instruction comes from God.
Yes.
But you can have a man who guides you to the instruction.
So thank you for watching our videos and listening to our podcast. We are really grateful for sticking by till the end of the video or the end of the podcast. We don't take it for granted. We are really thankful. But from us,
adios.